Hi, my name is Gabby Gonzalez Jensen, and excuse me, and this is my intercultural speech presentation, which I will be doing on the country of Brazil. Perfect. Okay, so to introduce this project, I have been really excited to do this because I feel like as we've been learning about different cultures in class, something that I've been realizing that I think I already knew, but I've been realizing more and more and more, is that through expanding our knowledge on different cultures, we can better understand the different layers of communication. And by that I mean, like, the more that we know about different cultures, we can get a different and new perspective or way of seeing things, or I don't know, just a different way of communicating that maybe isn't natural to us because we're used and accustomed to our own culture. So that is something that I have really been loving in terms of like looking into different cultures and understanding different people in different ways like that. So the main points that I will be going over to support this thesis statement is the history of Brazil and how the culture of Brazil came to be and how that has an effect on the Brazil that we know today, the current events going on in Brazil and how that also affects the layer of how people are communicating with each other nowadays, and what we can learn, what we can take away from Brazil and its culture in terms of communication. And the sources that I have pulled this information from are Britannica.org, BBC.com, which is kind of the bigger news station of Brazil, everyculture.com, and Brazil.org.ca. Okay, so my first main point, the history of Brazil. So Brazil's people come from a mix of the indigenous Indians, Africans, and Portuguese culture. Now, I feel like it's pretty, if you know anything about Brazil, I feel like something that you can kind of pick up pretty quickly is that the more dominant culture out of those three is the Portuguese culture, which is where, which is why they speak Portuguese down there, which is where some of its main customs and traditions and religions come from, is from the Portuguese culture. But that isn't to diminish the significance that the indigenous Indian and African cultures have brought into it. Different things, even like the traditional, like how you treat one another, or even like things like the dances, like the household traditions, or even how people dress, are a mix of all three cultures. Yes, Portuguese culture has had a bigger influence, but it's not to diminish the impact that those three have had, that all of those three have had. And some example of some of those things that are important in the Brazilian cultures due to all three of those are education. They very much value education. They have, I read about this huge library that they have and the importance that they put on the books that they read. The arts, which I feel like, some of the things that Brazil, like the more iconic things from Brazil, include some of their artifacts and in their dances and their music and carnaval, like the arts, like what I feel like is something that they just really value. And even interaction with one another, such as treating their elders with such respect, which I feel like is very traditional in those three cultures, is treating your elders correctly and with so much respect. So those are just three examples of, the impact that those three cultures have had on this brand new culture. Not brand new, but a newer culture. So current events. So I feel like if you search current events in any country right now, what's most likely to pop up? Coronavirus. So I don't want to diminish the horrible impact that this pandemic has had on the world, But something through reading about how Brazil is taking it, I kind of realized that it's kind of a common theme all over the world, but I especially noticed it in while researching for this project is that people are embracing their loved ones more, and they're embracing like their lives and their time, and they have so many things have more value right now. And to Brazilians and in many Latin cultures, family is already so important. So that has kind of brought out that part of their culture a little bit more, which is so amazing because they value that already so much. And in terms of other things that are going on right now, although stores and shops are reopening, Brazil finds itself in a place where it could go into poverty, and the government can only help them so much. And BBC.com was talking about how more than 67 million people have received handouts, but eventually so many people are going to go into poverty. But that's where I was seeing so much of this. People are trying to help one another out. It's not just the government, like people are reaching out because they care. People want to help because they care. Oh, sorry. Okay. What we can learn. So Brazilians communicate through their words. However, they also communicate through their actions. Like I was just saying, like there's only so much that you can say to a person that COVID has directly affected their lives and their family, maybe through losing a loved one, maybe through losing a job. There's only so much that you can say to these person, but it's the action. And that's how people communicate. Hey, I care about you. Hey, I'm so sorry. Hey, I want to help. Hey, you deserve better. So I want to do everything I can, even if they're in a state where they're not really like traditionally in a place to help, where they can. And that's what they want to do. And so the culture among these people are already so naturally just loving and open. They open their homes to one another, but they're also opening their heart. And things are like, these things are usually done, these actions are usually done through things like inviting somebody over for dinner. Food is a huge thing in Latin cultures. And this is how they say, like, you are welcomed, you are accepted, we love you. So they're not opening, again, just their homes, they're opening their hearts, whether that's through food or through doing something else. They speak through actions and through very caring, nonverbal communications like that. And that was essentially what I had to say as I conclude. Again, expanding our knowledge through different cultures, we can better understand the layers of communication. And that in itself is an example, not just saying, hey, I'm sorry that this is happening, but showing like, hey, I'm sorry that this is happening. I'm going to do whatever I can to try to make it better for you. And so overall, like, they use different wording, different nonverbal communications, traditions, but it also makes us look at their forms of communications a little bit closer and differently, and it makes us look at our own forms of communication differently. Thank you.